So today we're going to rebuild one of the teams that I would say is probably one of the most disappointing teams so far. And I feel like you can kind of blame it on Bob Nightingale. If you don't know about Bob Nightingale, he has a curse. And every time he tweets about a team or a player, something goes wrong. And I'm going to put a couple tweets on screen. He's definitely cursed the Cardinals this season. So I totally blame Bob Nightingale if I were you guys. But man, have the St. Louis Cardinals been disappointing. I mean, just as a whole. Like, obviously there are some players who are doing well. There's some players who kind of broke out. I would say like Tyler O'Neill has been one of those players that you go, hey, it's the bright spot, right? But like, man, just for the majority of it, I just feel like it's been a big letdown for the Cardinals. So let's see if we can turn things around. You know, with the big acquisition of Arenado in the offseason, it looked, Yachty got off to a hot start at the season. He's kind of cooled off as well. And I feel like there have been some injuries here and there, but I just feel like as a whole, this team's been disappointing. Let's turn that around. Let's make them a winning team. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, hit that thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And of course, get in the comments section. What team should we do next? Let's get into it. Alrighty, roster's below me. It's the same roster that I've been using for quite some time. This is the user ID. And let's talk about this team really quick. Let's see what we can, figure out with what we're going to do with it. So looking at pitching, I know Miles Michaelis was one of those guys that has been hurt for a majority of the season. You've got Wainwright, who's definitely towards the end of his career. Kwon Young Kim, Carlos Martinez, Gant. Every time I see him pitch for the Cardinals, I feel like it's just, you've got Jack Flaherty, who I know is oblique issue. Is that Jack Flaherty's injury? I think it's an oblique issue. I could be 100% wrong. I'm gonna look it up right now because part of me is like, man, that feels totally right, but like at the same time, I could be 100% wrong. But let me see. Let's see. Update won't be 10. They put him on the 10-day. What is it? A real strain or tear? Wait, for what though? They just say strain or tear, and they don't even say. Oh, it is an oblique issue. Okay, yeah, oblique. There it is. Perfect. Okay, well, not perfect, but yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. But when you look at the team, it's just one of those teams that I just feel like, I feel like they've been underperforming. I know Jordan Hicks obviously went down as well this season, but yeah, I feel like it's just one of those teams that's been underperforming. So looking at the roster, you guys can kind of see who's good, who's bad, who we kind of need to upgrade on and everything like that. So let's see what we can do with this team. I'm kind of excited to see how this team will play out. They've also got some decent players for franchise. So let me get it down to 26 men. Let's make some trades and let's get into it. All right, I'm trading for JB Wendelken, John Gant, Brady Wallen, and Austin Dean are gonna make the move or make the travel to Oakland. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, they're going to Oakland. So I'm looking at this team and I'm thinking, I don't really know what to do with it. Like the pitching is okay. I've looked at the budget too, and we've got these two big contracts. We've got Miles Michaelis contract, but then we've got Carpenter leaving, Andrew Miller, Carlos Martinez potentially, and a couple others that like kind of have bigger contracts. And I feel like it's probably just best to let them walk, see where we're at this season. Also because I want to see how Tommy Edman does. I want to see how Paul DeJong does. I want to see how Tyler O'Neill and Harrison Bader do before I start just completely changing up the team. The pitching, I already know I'm going to make changes to it. I want to see how Michaelis does, Carlos Martinez, Kwon Young Kim, the bullpen. So I feel like let's let season one be the trial. Whoever does well, we keep. Whoever does poorly, we get rid of. And then we just kind of change the team in season 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's see how this goes. Let's see how the draft goes. And then I'll see you guys probably at the end of the season. All right, so the draft was okay. Mixed results, I would say. Kenny Elias looks pretty good. Teddy Wilkerson looks okay. Michael Darling, I was hoping for a little bit better. I'm not going to lie. But one of the better catchers available in the draft. So I figured let's take a shot on him. Clint Lombardi, 86 potential. Enrique Sanchez, 83 potential. We got 74 potential for Jose Liriano. And then 84 potential for Freddie Valera. Talk about a last round pick though. 71 overall with 84 potential. I mean, this guy might be kind of nasty. All right, so they won the division 85 and 77, which, okay, I'll take that. I mean, with the record that I saw, I didn't expect us to win the division at all. I was thinking maybe a wild card spot. But yeah, okay, I'll take it for sure. That's a good place to start this rebuild. Season 1 making the postseason. So, alrighty, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. League leaders, Tommy Edman with doubles, and then we'll take a quick look at the awards. Bellinger, MVP, just barely beating out Soto, even though I think with those stats, Soto definitely should be the MVP. You got Chris Sale on the other side of, obviously he's going to be winning Cy Young then. Darvish, Cy Young, okay. McNeil and Vladdy Jr. as the batting title winners. What else do we got here? Rookie of the Year went to Jonathan India and Jared Kelenic. Okay. All right, let's see what we're working with pitching-wise. Ponce de Leon, if we can kind of keep him in this range, like whip and ERA-wise, you know, throwing around 90 innings, and like he slowly progresses, then I think we'll be okay with him being the long reliever. We'll have to wait and see. Dakota Hudson, only 20 innings pitched, so we'll see how he progresses over the next couple seasons. Wendelken, pretty solid season. Ooh, okay. Almost 80 innings, and that's the ERA and the whip. Love to see it. Even Andrew Miller wasn't too bad. Huh. Normally he's terrible. Giovanni Gallegos was lights out. Genesis Cabrera struggled in 3 innings. And then Alex Reyes. And then we take a look at our starters. Jack Flaherty should have been in the conversation for Cy Young. Miles Michaelis struggled a little bit. He's probably someone I'm going to look to flip. I mean, the starters as a whole actually are pretty disappointing. I need to send down probably Genesis Cabrera. But then, wait, who was in the majors that got Tyler Webb? He actually wasn't bad. It's just we gotta send him down. We gotta call somebody up, which maybe him. Nope. Who was in the majors and got sent down? Justin Williams. All right, we'll just have him up, and then we'll send down Genesis Cabrera because clearly struggled this season. So looking at the lineup, you know, Justin Williams, 60 at bats, pretty good season. I don't know why they sent him down. And okay, yeah, that's the team. There we go. That's the squad. Looking at the actual starters, you know, Tommy Edman, I want to drop him in a little bit in the lineup just because I think he's good, but I don't think he's a leadoff guy for us. You know, Dylan Carlson, fantastic season. I definitely expect him to improve, add a little bit more power to his game as well. He'll be fine. You know, Arenado, obviously, we don't have to worry about him. Paul Goldschmidt putting up really good numbers, good on base percentage. We'll have to wait and see if he like starts to fall off or anything, because 26 mil for the next few seasons, it's definitely a big chunk of our budget. Paul DeJong, he's one of those guys that's kind of on the fence for me. Is he really going to develop, or is he just going to stay stagnant? And we should try to flip him. So we'll see. I like those numbers right now, but we'll give him one more year, see what happens. Yadi, obviously going to struggle at the age of 38. He's going to continue to go down and down and down. I might keep him around. It just depends. If he retires this year, then we're okay, but it's going to be tough. Matt Carpenter, definitely not coming back. Tyler O'Neill, rough season. Like 18 home runs is not bad, you know, 26 doubles, but the average on base percentage, definitely an issue. Harrison Bader, another one of those guys where I was hoping he would do well. Maybe give him another season. We'll have to wait and see. And then back to Tommy Edman. So, all right, postseason time as we take on the Braves and advance. All right, taking on the Padres now. Let me take a look at this. I'm okay with the way that it's set up currently. So Padres and get eliminated, a 14-1 game. Oof. Not the best. So Yankees defeat the Padres. Okay, so at least it wasn't the Dodgers and the Yankees, which it normally is for like 99% of the seasons that we sim through. Wainwright retires, so there's that. Pujols and Cano into the Hall of Fame. And looking at this, I don't think we can get too much more out of Miller, so I'm going to let him walk. Carlos Martinez didn't really fill me with too much confidence. I'm going to let him walk as well. Yadi, though, I'll keep Yadi around. We'll do a 2-year deal. We'll bump it down to like, what, 5 mil? And then we'll see what he does there. He'll be a platoon guy for us. I think trying to find a new young catcher is probably the best move. Heading into the free agency period, who do I not want to lose? Probably Thompson, but I don't think any of these guys are going to get taken in the Rule 5, so I might hold off. And everybody's going to get, I think everybody's going to get arbitration. That's not Webb, not Scherzer either, but Ponce de Leon and above will give arbitration to. Everybody's going to get a contract, I believe. Yes. And then free agency, we've got money to spend. I definitely want to improve this team. So I'm thinking definitely look to get 1 or 2 starters, a couple bullpen arms. The lineup, I feel like we can make most of the changes through trades or just leave the offensive lineup, maybe try to find a catcher. But outside of that, I'm pretty happy with what we currently have. So I think pitching's the big focal point until we start making trades next season. So I'll see you guys for season 2. All right, so let me show you the depth chart just so you can get an idea of what we're looking like right now. So as you can see, you know, it's offensively, we're kind of the same. Pitching wise, I brought in Merrill Kelly. And then in the bullpen, you guys can see it's kind of the same. Hector Neris was brought in, but outside of that, not too many changes. I couldn't really go out and pick up a lot of players this offseason. On top of that, I didn't like a lot of the players that were there this offseason. So I kind of waited, and I did bring back Carlos Martinez on a 1-year deal for $6 million. And then Merrill Kelly was 2-year club option, $6 million. Matt Strahm, oh, I forgot about him too. So these are the 2 deals that I offered the relievers. I mean, I don't know. I just didn't like the free agency class, and I felt like we could make some trades and really turn this team around. So let's see what we can do. All right. Yeah. So Miles Michaelis, I want out. I want a starter. I don't know who though. I kind of want someone that has a little bit of team control, and let's kind of see. I feel like I get a lot of the Marlins pitchers, but like the Marlins pitchers always do well. So like Sandy Alcantara would be huge for this team. Like I think he would be really good. Who are we going to trade to make this deal possible? That's what I got to figure out. Who do they want? that's another thing. I don't really want to get rid of Nolan Gorman just yet. I feel like that might be a little premature, but like I don't think we really have anybody that's gonna get this deal done. Actually, I don't think he's gonna be MLB ready anytime soon. So actually, hold on, we might. There we go. Sandy Alcantara for Ivan Herrera, Zach Thompson, and Miles Michaelis. I'm thinking about it. Ivan Herrera would be great to keep. I just don't think he's gonna be ready anytime soon. Sandy Alcantara is with the team up until the last season of the rebuild. Let's do it. Let's do it. Miles Michaelis, Ivan Herrera, Zach Thompson. Boom. Next up, center field. That's my big other, like, that's like the big position that I wanted to change with this team. You know, I like Carlson and Wright. I'm going to give O'Neill 1 more season. And then Paul DeJong, I'm gonna let him finish off this season. We'll see how he does next year. And then I think that was really about it. Catcher. Ooh, we need a catcher. So we're going to have to try to find a catcher. Not too sure where, but there was a player I was thinking about. I've also been looking around what different center fielders I can get. A lot of you guys, last time I brought up the idea of getting Mike Trout, were so upset that I didn't do it. Which, at the time, it didn't make a lot of sense for me to do it with the team that we had. This, though, I'm going to go crazy for once. I'm gonna do it. I know a lot of you guys aren't going to like the trade, but also some of you guys might like the trade. So, let's throw in Malcolm Nunez. And then let's see here, Ramon Santos, and we're gonna trade those 3 players for Mike Trout. There it is. That's the move right there, and that's a big bat to add to the team, huh? So we're gonna have Mike Trout on the team now, which is just seems like it should be illegal, you know, the more I'm thinking about it. But now I'm looking at the team going, I still want to take Edman out of the leadoff spot. I don't really know who I would put there. Maybe Carlson, but he's really only good against lefties. So, like, I guess Edman's got to stay there for at least another season. And we need a catcher. Just a catcher. Because Yadi's going to be like a 12 overall by the end of the season. So, I'm looking at some of these outfielders. I feel like these 2 guys are pretty even. But I'm going to get rid of Justin Williams. And just see if we can find like a 1-year catcher or someone that could just someone that can come in for maybe a season or 2 until either we can draft someone or just see a better player in free agency. So who is that player gonna be? That is the big question. Mitch Garver? He only played 67 games last year though. Oof. So who just has good hitting stats that we could pick up, add to the team, and is gonna be good for us? Which I'm looking at a lot of these guys. I don't like any of them. Who, like Gary? Is Gary the move? He becomes a free agent. Let's see. Let's take one more look around the league. Carson Kelly. It's just, when does he become a free agent? Last year of the rebuild. There just really isn't like catchers that I'm like, dang, we should really add them to the team. So can I get Austin Nola? When does he become a free agent? Not for a while. Okay, we might be able to pick up Austin Nola. It's not a super exciting pickup, but I just want someone that can at least hold the fort down for a couple seasons. So let's see, who am I gonna throw them to make this deal possible? Come on, anybody, just take who you want. There he goes, John Ngosic or Ngosic, whatever it is. I've seen his name pop up a little bit in in good in a good way from his performances in AAA. I don't know why I butchered that so badly, but we're gonna pick up Austin Nola. I know it's not the most exciting catching pickup, but we just need someone that can, you know, hold it down for a couple seasons, like I said. And if we can find someone better in free agency, then we're good to go. I did bring in Tony Kemp, just another backup option, and let me get this team down to 26 men, but I feel like we're kind of set now with all those big moves. All right, so this is a team for the year. Alcantara, I think, is a big move. And oh yeah, I forgot he played for the Cardinals. Like, I looked at his name and I was like, wait a second, he used to play for the Cardinals. And so yeah, there it is. So he's back. I completely forgot about that. And then this is the whole team. The lineup currently looks like this. Mike Trout's a huge addition. So now that actually does play like big into the budget going forward. We still have $50 million to play with. It's just these three are eating up a big portion of the contracts, and we're gonna have to be a little smart with the money. But then I'm looking at the team. We've got these two. Ooh, he becomes a free agent pretty soon. He doesn't. I mean, I feel like we're fine. I feel like we'll be okay. It might be difficult towards like the last couple seasons, but I feel like we should be okay. I feel like we definitely should be fine. So it might be a little tight towards the end of the season, but I feel like we're good. I feel like, or the end of the rebuild, maybe season 4, season 5, but right now we're good. I mean, let's get into the regular season. We are currently ranked 5th. We have a really good team. Let's see how it goes. I would say this draft went pretty good. Campillo looks really good. 86 potential, 88 potential for Sean McGee. The thing that I worry about him is his low contact and vision. Yeah. 86 potential for Mora. We've got 84 potential for Phil Hood. And then the last ones aren't that great, so we're not going to talk about them. But the top 4, pretty solid. So I'm at the deadline. Paul DeJong is not doing well. And the thing is, like, I feel like I should trade him, right? Like, we're not getting a shortstop in return, but I am going to try to build up this pitching staff. John Means, oh, he actually becomes a free agent. The same time as like everybody else, and I'm trying to avoid that. Ooh, can I get Davy Garcia and then keep him for the whole rebuild? Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, that changes things. Davy Garcia, I'd be down to get. Let's see here. Who? I don't really want to get rid of him. He looks like he's developing pretty quickly. I don't think I'm going to use Mason Wynn. He's not going to be ready in time. Plus, his hitting stats aren't that great. And we've got a couple other prospects ahead of him. There we go. Paul DeJong, Evan K, and Mason Wynn for Davy Garcia. There we go. And then I'm going to pick up Didi Gregorius for Carlos Martinez, because Carlos Martinez is doing trash, and I need a shortstop for the rest of the season. So with that move, we're just going to go like this. Davy Garcia slots in here, move him up a couple spots in the rotation. The bullpen's going to stay the same. And then obviously Didi comes in and plays shortstop for us for the remainder of the year. And then in the offseason, what we'll do is we'll try to pick up a new shortstop, or we'll turn to that young guy that we just drafted in season 1, give him the keys to the shortstop position for the rest of the rebuild, because I think he can be pretty good. So we'll wait and see, you know, our financial situation, what I want to target. Plus, we're in first. We're doing well. Let's finish off the season. 96 and 66 won the division. Great. Love to see it. So let's take a look. Let's see what happened here. So 11 games above the Brewers. It looks like the Central's kind of falling apart pretty quickly. And then team ERA is great. Team average a little low, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on everywhere else. And okay, the White Sox. Jeez, 108 wins. Are you serious? That's insane. League leaders, we got Trout. Makes sense. I mean, that would be pretty obvious. Will Smith. Oh, okay. Mike Trout second in MVP voting. Okay, let's see what else. What else? Any other crazy ones, like Will Smith winning an MVP? Seth Beer winning Rookie of the Year along with Hyun Soo Kim, 34-year-old left fielder. Interesting indeed. So let's take a look at our squad. They called up Genesis Cabrera again and sent down JB Wendelken for a pretty decent season. I mean, I see he's going down in rating, which, yikes, we may have to. And Giovanni Gallegos got sent down. Hold up. Add him back to the MLB squad. Why are we jumping the gun so quickly on our like veteran pitchers? I feel like that's just not a smart move to do at all. No. Let's not do that. So Dakota Hudson, kind of that long reliever this year, pretty similar to what Ponce de Leon. Actually, Ponce de Leon was a lot better last year than what Dakota Hudson gave us this year. And then we'll see what happens between those two. Jordan Hicks' potential went down, which sucks to see, but he still had a really good season. Not as good as last year, but still really good. Hector Neris. Okay. JB Wendelken is going down in rating, but like I feel like we should give him another season, right? Matt Strom was good. Giovanni Gallegos, yes, the ERA is high, but you know what? It's still a strong season. And then we've got Reyes. So we do have a couple players becoming free agents this year. We'll be okay. We can afford them. This is the one I'm worried about the most. I definitely want to keep him in the team. We just got to figure out a way to keep him. Sandy Alcantara, great year. Davy Garcia was fantastic. Kwon Young Kim was great. And so was Merrill Kelly. I like the team, the pitching staff. And then when we take a look here, who got sent down? Aledmys Diaz, who I picked up just as like a extra bat, and he clearly just is not good. And Yachty got sent down too. Makes sense. He's just not doing well. Tony Kemp, not great. Sosa. I mean, the whole bench besides Scott Hurst was pretty atrocious. Tommy Edman, I really want to get. Ooh, no. Oh boy, he is struggling. I gotta just put him way down here in the lineup. We gotta find someone that can lead off this off season. The thing is, what position is that gonna be? Shortstop? Ugh, this is gonna be tough. Mike Trout, we know he's gonna put up great numbers. Same thing with Arenado. We've got Goldschmidt, who's still holding his rating. Dylan Carlson's improving, pretty similar year to last season. Didi. We've got Tyler O'Neill, who's one of those guys where I don't know. I'm gonna let him. His contact numbers went up a lot. All right, I'm gonna stick with him. I have a player in mind that if he had a bad season, I was gonna trade him for, but oh man, this is looking rough with Tommy Edman. We gotta figure something out with him. I'm gonna give Scott Hurst the DH spot there, but yikes. Okay, postseason time, taking on the Mets, and we lose. That is a tough loss. So back-to-back seasons where we get knocked out, but that's okay. The White Sox defeat the Mets. I'm intrigued to see what this White Sox team is. Yeah, I'm just gonna go there right now. What is this White Sox team? They won 108 games. They've got Mountcastle, okay, and Semien. Jeez, okay, a pretty weak spot in right field, but all right. Okay, that's. Makes sense. They've got a pretty good teams here. So I'm going to take this option. He was actually really good, and all of his attributes are going up besides Ks per 9. Plus it was $2.5 million. Gotta take it. Merrill Kelly. I'm going to decline it because I have a bad feeling about it. Plus $6 million. I feel like we could use that for something. Matt Strom. Yeah, let's take it. These two guys, they can walk in free agency, and we're good to go. So next offer or next portion. Gotta add Perez. Gotta add Payante. And maybe a couple other guys. It just depends on who's there. I gotta get these two guys signed to long-term deals, probably Jordan Hicks too, and figure out what we're gonna do with some of these other guys. When we take a look at contracts, everybody's gonna get a contract there. I'm really 64 and 65, so maybe one more season in the minors. So maybe we pick up a 1-year shortstop to just hold it down, maybe be a leadoff guy for us. Is there someone there? We can't afford it though. We can't. Oh man, either of these guys would be great, but we just can't afford it. So we got to be smarter with our money. Maybe a second baseman. Nope. I was gonna say maybe there's a second baseman who could play, stay at second, then we move Edman to short, but we'll see. I definitely want to pick up somebody. I just don't know what we're gonna do yet. Actually, Max Muncy. He's gonna want a lot of money though. What is that? 20 mil a year? Can't afford that. So I was gonna say Max Muncy moved to second, and we move Edman to short. But okay, there's definitely something we can figure out, and we'll get it done. But I don't know what it is yet. So I'll see you guys for season 3. All right, so currently ranked 4th, 6th in contact, not a lot of power, 2nd in pitching, 3rd in defense, 16th in speed. Let's take a look at what we did this offseason. Jack Flaherty, max deal, backloaded it, so we had a little bit of money to play with for the next couple seasons. We've got Jordan Hicks, 3-year contract, and we'll see what happens with that. I'm hoping he continues to do this and doesn't just absolutely suck. And last deal, Alex Reyes, 17 mil. So that's a lot of money between 3 pitchers. Hopefully they do well. And then I don't know what's happening to me. I didn't do anything else this offseason. I liked our bullpen last year. I thought everybody did well. Wendelkin's really the only one that I'm worried about. Our starters, fantastic. Don't want to mess with it at all, right? Like, we're good there. Lineup wise, I thought about picking up Trey Turner. I thought about picking up maybe Tim Anderson. I thought about picking up some other guy, maybe Max Muncy for a season or 2. But the thing was, why spend all that money if we're going to look to either use this guy or the other shortstop that we have, Delvin Perez? And I think this guy could actually be really, really good. He can play third base as well. So he has a little bit of an issue. The thing is, maybe we move him to short. And if Edman doesn't do well, we could just move Varela to second base, or we still have Nolan Gorman as well who can come up. It's really just whoever is MLB ready quicker, and one of those 3 guys is going to get into the team. So we'll see what happens. If Edman doesn't do well, I'm probably going to trade him and try to just help out the team in a position that's struggling, most likely a pitcher. I'm also still on the fence about Goldschmidt. I'm afraid he's going to fall off either this season or next season. His contract does expire soon. I already have the first baseman that I want to replace him. Like, I already have him in my head who I want. I guess we could move maybe Nolan Gorman to first base, but like, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I like the team a lot. I think we're in a good spot. You know, I just also don't want to go out and spend a stupid amount of money because we don't have a stupid amount of money left over. So we got to be smart about everything. Let's see what we can do this season. And really, if Edman's doing poorly at the deadline, he's gone. That was really about it. Let's get into season 3. All right, final draft that I'm going to show you guys. And we've reached the All-Star break, and there are still... Wait, what? What do you mean I've reached the All-Star break? I just finished the draft. What do you mean I've reached the All-Star break? Robert Prather, 84 potential. We've got 79 potential for Francesco Santana. JJ Amin, 76 potential, 73 potential, 76 potential. Not the best of drafts. Oh well, I think our first couple of drafts definitely make up for this. I'm at the deadline and Edman is struggling. I even took him out of the leadoff role and he is still just struggling, which is unfortunate because I actually really wanted him to do well in this rebuild. I'm going to go for Luis Arias, who can play left field. He can play infield as well. So it gives us a little bit of flexibility. Another player that I was really hoping would have done well, Tyler O'Neill. He's struggling once again. And I'm gonna look to get a new. I could go second base. I'm also kind of waiting to see if Nolan Gorman pops off a little bit more. See if we can move him to second base. But oh man, I really wanted to like just let him do well. So I actually have the player in mind. I'm gonna go for Andrew Vaughn, and then I'm gonna give them this guy as well to make the deal happen. Andrew Vaughn's been playing left field in real life. He's been killing it out there as well. So we could use him in left field. We can use Luis Arias, who has been playing left field and also second base in real life. And then another player. I want to get rid of him before he continues to fall off. He's not having a terrible year at all. It's just I just want to get it done before bad things happen. So I'm trying to think of like what we could use. Let's see, is any pitcher like just really struggling? Dakota Hudson a little bit, Kwon Young Kim a little bit. I guess we could use a starter. So I wonder if Goldschmidt could give me like a 1-year guy, or maybe John Means. We've been trying to get John Means for a little bit. What if we bring in John Means and see what we can do with this team? Just make them really, really good. I know John Means is a little bit of a, kind of hurts us at that last season, 2025, because he does become a free agent. But I've already kind of hinted at him once. Might as well make the deal happen, right? So let's give them. Let's see. You can have. Tony Kemp's been kind of bad, so we'll give him Tony Kemp. And you can have. Who else is available? I'll give you Teddy Wilkerson. No, I'll give you Anthony Shue. Makes the deal done. There we go. I feel like that's a good little deadline there. think that's all the moves. After the trade, there is the team. We're going to give Delvin Perez a couple innings this season, see how he does. We also have Nolan Gorman, so like I feel like we're in a good spot. And then yeah, this is the pitching rotation. I think we're set. Let's get into this final portion of the season. We're a game and a half out, so I'm hoping these trades work. 19-7-2 won the division. So far we're doing well. We're winning the division. We just got to get a little further in the playoffs. And with this team, I feel like we should be doing really good. I mean, maybe we need to invest a little bit more in the bullpen. Maybe that's an area that we're struggling with a little bit. And we do have some young players too. So like I get that. You know, Trout again, you know, leading the league in a couple categories, and we got a Gold Glove and a Hank Aaron Award. But I feel like yeah, we're missing a couple. We're missing something, right? We're clearly missing something to get us to that next step in the postseason, to get us to that World Series, to get us into just a good spot. So let's see what we got going on here. So it looks like Strom was sent down, which that's a good season. I'm probably not gonna bring him back, but he had a good year, so I don't really understand why he was sent down. Ryan Helsley was brought in, and oof, he definitely struggled. But let's talk about this team. I think Ponce de Leon in this long relief spot is perfectly fine. I think we're okay. He continues to develop as well, so we might as well keep him. We've got Kwon Young Kim, who looks like he's starting to fall off. I think this is where we just let him walk in free agency. We've got some young guys. I think we're fine. Jordan Hicks, potential's gone up. Overall went down. I think he'll be okay. Fingers crossed. I mean, we paid him a stupid amount of money, so I'm hoping he does well. We'll just have to wait and see how things kind of play out. Overall, though, I'm really happy with the way the bullpen kind of finished off the season. And then when we take a look at the starters, I mean, what else needs to be said? We've got some really good starters in this team. Even Dakota Hudson at the 5 is pretty strong too. So I'll definitely take that. Who got sent down? Yachty. I mean, he's really starting to hit to the point where he's just gonna be really low rated. Nolan Gorman, I'm thinking I'm gonna call him up, maybe put him on the bench next season. Anybody else? And it doesn't look like it. So Max Moroff, not terrible, not a lot of power though. So like, I think we need a couple bench bats, maybe some better bench bats. Arise, he may not have the pop in the bat, only 10 home runs, but you know what? If he's getting on base at a 400 level, I'm okay with that. Andrew Vaughn, little high in the lineup, but I think versus, yeah, we have him dropped a little bit. He'll be fine. I'm not worried about Andrew Vaughn. You know, Dylan Carlson had a really good season, almost 40 doubles. Love to see it. Mike Trout, very, very good. Like those numbers. Arenado's putting up really good numbers. He's not hitting 30 plus home runs this season, but on base percentage, OPS, all that good stuff. We've already talked about Andrew Vaughn. He's going to improve. This is our new first baseman for the future. Delvin Perez struggled. I mean, you look at his hitting stats. He's clearly not MLB ready, but I wanted to see how he would do. Nola, I mean, I was kind of hoping for more of a 2020 year. Let's see. He's going down too. We might need a new catcher. Freddie Varela, though. Rookie season, 32 doubles, 22 stolen bases. Yeah, the pop's not there. I mean, he's only got, what, 31 and 34 power, but that's a good year. Rookie season, I think we've got our shortstop. So I'm going to leave it like this. Let's get into the postseason, facing the Braves. 12-0. Flaherty, man. Come on. Mike Soroka, by the way, because he was the starter for game number 1 for the Braves. Talk about unlucky. Felt a pop in the Achilles again, and he needs surgery again. Oh man, the dude can't catch a break. Talk about just unlucky. All right, let's get Jack Flaherty up there. Hopefully Flaherty can turn it around and we lose 1-0 this time. The White Sox win a World Series. Fair. I mean, they still got a really strong team, but man, I hate seeing that. Like, come on, we got to do better. Ponce de Leon, I'm gonna take this option. Hector Neris has been good, but I'm seeing those attributes go down, so I'm gonna let him walk. I'm gonna let Strom, and we got to keep Yachty on the team, right? Like that's almost sacrilegious not to have him on the team. You know, obviously as a Cubs fan, I don't like him, but I respect him as a catcher, especially as one of the better ones in history. Oh, we got to add Liberatore. How have we not had Liberatore on the 40 man? I don't think he's going to do well. It's just the per nines just aren't that great, but potentially. I'm going to add Nick Dunn as well. Maybe Roberts. Looking at arbitration. Oh, we have Wendelken for another season. Okay, so yeah, that's good. Austin Nola, Hyun Kim, maybe. And then contracts, everybody's getting a contract. We're going to make sure some of those guys get called up as well. And now, I don't want to spend on a starter. Maybe, do I need a reliever? A setup guy, unless we rock with like Hicks there, which probably makes the most sense. And lineup wise, I think we're okay. Second base, unless we rock with Nolan Gorman at second base, which is fine. Maybe a catcher. What do we got here? No one that's like maybe a trade for a catcher. That might be what happens. Maybe a trade for a catcher, but outside of that, I don't really know what else we could do. So yeah, I think that's it. Let's get into season 4. All right, season 4, right? Yeah, season 4. We've been super unlucky in the postseason, but let's talk about what we did this offseason, because we're thinking about the future now. So Alcantara, I signed him to a max deal, super expensive. Kind of regret doing it now. We can't afford John Means. That's another thing. So there's that. So I'm trying to think. With John Means, the only way we can afford him is if we trade away some player that has a big contract. The only player that I'm willing to trade away right now is Jordan Hicks. But if he turns out to be an absolute stud, then we're kind of stuck, right? So there's that. Let me see who I signed. This is the main one of note. Ryan Neal, he's a catcher, 19. Thinking about using him next year. That was really about it. Yu Chang got signed. I figured, you know what? He actually doesn't look too bad. A good role player, platoon guy throughout the whole infield. Durbin Feltman, Cole Tucker. Again, just a player we can, use around the whole field. And then Jordan Hicks, we already talked about his contract. 16 mil. We'll have to wait and see. It really just comes down to if he's good or not. So this is what we're looking like. We have a couple players on waivers. Liberatore is probably going to come up next year or maybe later on this year. It depends on how Hudson and Ponce de Leon do. Our bullpen looks good. And then I was going to say something else, but I was going to say it's good, but it could be better. But at the same time, we've thrown so much money into certain players that we really can't do much else with the team. So that's been kind of a hindrance. I've been kind of going a little crazy with certain contracts, as I point out 2 of them. So we do have Arias, we do have Carlson, Arenado, Trout, Vaughn, Chang, Gorman, Varela. Without the DH, Chang just goes to the bench. And I still like this team. We've called up Michael Darling purely because every other catcher that I was looking at they weren't good in free agency. And I figured, you know what, let's go with this guy who we drafted in season 1, see how he does. And then we've got that guy in AAA, Ryan Neal, who's already got 80 contacts. So I feel like he could be really good next year. So this team's good. I really like it. I think we're in a good spot. I'm hoping for a bounce back year from Andrew Vaughn, and we're set. We are ranked 7th. This is the team. I have a good feeling about it. Let's get into season 4. All right, 1972, we won the division, and I'm realizing we're probably done with Jordan Hicks. He's just not good. He's getting like 5 ERAs. He's really struggling. And I think if we get rid of him, it allows us to bring in a player that we could use, right? So Mike Trout was really good. Dakota Hudson had the most wins. And taking a look at the awards, we got a Hank Aaron Award and a Rookie of the Year. Okay. 52 home runs for Glaber, who's now with the Giants. I think he's been with the Giants for a few seasons. And what else do we have? Josh Naylor. Gross injury, by the way. How unfortunate that. Man, that was a tough one. Such a freak accident too, where he kind of just got caught with his leg under himself. So let's clear this out. Hold on. Let's figure this out. What's going on here? So Jordan Hicks, I know why he got sent down. And let's see here. Let's send down Robles because we don't need him. So yeah, let's figure this out. We're gonna go Jordan Hicks here, and I'm okay keeping the extra arm up. So we got Ponce de Leon, decent, right? Okay, we'll figure it out. He's been good, and then Liberatore obviously struggled. And I mean, looking at his per nines, he's good. I definitely think he could fit into the rotation next year. Cabrera really struggles. I have him for $2 million next year. I'm probably gonna trade him. Wendelken, really good, going down in rating. We're going to need a new reliever, right? Jordan Hicks struggled a lot. We're going to need a new reliever. Helsley, really good, and potential went up. I think he's a mainstay in the bullpen. Gallegos becomes a free agent. And then Alex Reyes, the ERA is a little high. Blew 13 saves. Man. We've got guys down here like, let's see here. We got Quesada. We got Feltman. Elledge. Sanchez. Like, we've got some names down here that I feel like could get a shot. But, like, at the same time, man, some of these guys are really disappointing me. When we take a look at our starting rotation, though, like, lights out. Like, fantastic. Dakota Hudson. Ooh. Becomes a free agent. I didn't think that was the case. I thought he had one more year of arbitration. Yu Chang, why are you getting sent down? There's no reason Yu Chang should be in the minors at all. He had a great year. Get him in the team. Who's getting sent down? Nick Dunn. Sorry, you just no. Nick Dunn. All right, so we got Delvin Perez. Better see. I mean, half the at bats, so it's kind of tough to judge him. Yu Chang, great season. You know, Lane Thomas had a really good year as well off the bench. Cole Tucker, I mean, the whole bench kind of killed it besides Andrew Nizer. And, of course, you know, where is he? Where is he? Oh, man, they really sent him down, huh? Yachty down to a 59. Yikes. This guy's up to a 75. He went up in, like, everything. So I think he's going to be our catcher next year. But when we take a look at our starters, you know, Arise gets on base at an elite level. Dylan Carlson had a very good year, you know, 350 on base percentage. Yeah, the OPS is a little low, the average is a little low, but like he's still improving, so we're good. Arenado, decent year. Numbers are going down though. I'm a little worried. Trout's still putting up unbelievable numbers. 428 on base percentage. Andrew Vaughn, bounce back season, love to see it. You know, Yu Chang, we've already talked about. Nolan Gorman was in the Rookie of the Year. Was he Rookie of the Year? Now I'm forgetting. Was he Rookie of the Year? Maybe. And then Freddie Varela definitely took a step back this season. I'm hoping for better things next year. We'll see. And then Darling, not too bad, just no pop. You know, we'll make it work though. So, you know what? Yu Chang, 73, 74. Let's give Cole Tucker this spot right here. Okay. It's postseason time. We gotta win. Like we can't lose anymore. And oh man, like I feel like Dakota Hudson definitely earned a shot. We're gonna lose again. Jordan Hicks, man, Jordan Hicks, Matthew Liberatore losing us games. I can't win a World Series to save my life, to be honest. I think that's what it comes down to. It's just I can't win a World Series. Yachty retires, no Hall of Fame, really. Okay, so to make some space to afford John Means, because do I bring in John Means or do I go Liberatore here? Jordan Hicks has got to go. So irregardless of what we do, he's gone. I don't. What can I get for him? Honestly, I would take a prospect for him because that way it would save us some money. Or if I can get, who do we got here? Reyes Maranta. I don't like that trade. Caleb Ferguson. I can't get Caleb Ferguson for. What about Genesis Cabrera? And is there anybody else that we have a contract? And Mundo Sosa. That's so much for a reliever. But you know what? It's going to save us a crazy amount of money. It gets us a lefty in the bullpen as well. And I'm down for it. It's going to be super cheap. It sucks that that's what had to happen. But dang, that was a lot of money. Okay. 100 mil to spend. We're going to go boom. We're going to... Ooh, hold up. Wait a minute. Let's go like this. I don't think he's going to take that deal, though. Ooh, he's looking for 24 mil. Ooh, 5 years. That's a lot. Backload it. All right. Giovanni Gallegos. He's still going to be really good. How much does he want? 8 mil a year. All right. We'll offer him that. And then Wendelken's been good, but he's going down. So we got 2 offers on the table. It's a big portion of our budget. Hopefully they signed them. John Means did not. Okay. 40 man. What do we got here? We got a couple guys. I'll add them. Arbitration. Everybody. Yep, everybody. And then contracts, everybody as well. We'll actually be within budget. We might be able to sign somebody as well, which probably going to go straight to the bullpen. And I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll bring in a couple bullpen arms. We'll look at the lineup. I feel like offensively we're there. Pitching wise, we got to improve it a little bit. So let's finish off this rebuild. All right, I'm going to pick up a reliever, Devin Smeltzer. He's been decent. You know, I feel like with those stats as well, he should be pretty good. He's not going to cost us much. 2C potential players. I feel like this is a pretty good trade for us. All right, final season. I feel like we've had a pretty good year. You know, Yohan Lopez, or offseason I should say, Yohan Lopez is going to join us. He's usually pretty good. Smeltzer through the trade. And that was really about it. Like, some of the other relievers that I tried to get, just couldn't get them. They wanted too much money. So looking at the team, I mean, you look at it, this is really, really good. Like, starting rotation, fantastic. Flaherty, Alcantara, Means, Garcia, Hudson. Like, Hudson was one of the best pitchers in baseball last year. Like, why change it, right? You know, Liberatore take over here. We've got the bullpen looking nice. I feel like this is a little bit of an underrated bullpen. I feel like this is a really strong bullpen. Alex Reyes, I'm hoping for a bounce back year. And then we take a look at the lineup. I mean, a good leadoff hitter. We've got Carlson, Arenado, Trout. Vaughn's only going to get better. Yu Chang was really good off the bench. Nolan Gorman, he'll improve. Freddie Varela, he'll improve. Ryan Neal will face righties. And then Darling will face lefties because he's got 82 contact versus lefties. So we've got 2 young catchers. We've got a really good team here. And we've somehow stayed within budget this entire time. It's insane. We have such a good team. Has to be the season, right? 102-60. There it is. Finally, a really, really good year. I mean, look at that team ERA, 2.99. Woo! We do have the 28th ranked power. So, I mean, like, that's one thing that's like, we don't really have the pop in the bat, or, but we'll be okay. We're getting on base. We're winning games. We've probably got the best pitching staff in baseball, and I'm liking it. League leaders, look at that. Flaherty, Means. I mean, it's all pitching. That's all we need. Awards. Cy Young. There we go. John Means was in the MVP voting. You got Dom Smith with the Royals winning MVP. Shane Bieber. Yeah, there it is. Look, 1 and 2. John Means went 22-1. That's just not fair. We no National League reliever of the year. Gotta love it. And then okay. All right. I like what I'm seeing. I'm liking it. So looks like Griffin Roberts was called up. Didn't pitch a single game. I did call up this guy though, Kenny Elias. I remember we drafted him. I don't remember what year, but in 20 innings pitched, pretty strong season. Who got sent down? Smeltzer. Why? No, don't do that to him. Let's send down Roberts. Actually, we gotta call up Smeltzer, and then we gotta send down Roberts. It looks like Seth Elledge was brought up too. So that means an offensive player was sent down, which, I mean, I actually don't hate it. I don't think that's like the worst thing. So Matthew Liberatore definitely getting in the rotation somehow. Just the whip's a little high, and he only pitched 47 innings, so that's kind of tough. But at 88 overall, I feel like he's some way, shape, or form, he's got to get in here, right? I feel like it. Caleb Ferguson, he's doing well. Yohan Lopez struggled a little bit, but still a really strong arm to have in the bullpen. Actually, not really. I that's an exaggeration. Ryan Helsley, though. Holy cow, is he good. Elledge didn't pitch. Gallegos was outstanding in this setup spot. Smeltzer, and then, of course, Alex Reyes. So everybody was good. I'm pretty happy with what we were able to put together. Like, that's good. Let's take a look at, like, the dominant part of the team, though. Flaherty. Whew. Then you got John Means right behind him. Sandy Alcantara. Oh, this is gross. This isn't fair. This is insane. And then let's take a look at the lineup. Who got sent down? Yu Chang again? Yu Chang's a beast. Don't you disrespect Yu Chang. Yu Chang is out here dominating, and you're like, no, you got to be sent down. You know what? Nick Dunn, you get sent down. I don't want you on my team. So let's get Yu Chang back in the lineup because he's mashing. And let's see what else we got. Perez kind of struggled. Not too bad for Darling. He only faced lefties, though, so there's that. Lane Thomas, not too bad. And then back to the pitchers. So let's see what we got here. Arise definitely is going down, so like probably time to let him go. Carlson, what? Really? Dang. Okay. Arenado's continuing to like go down a little bit, but you can see he's starting to fall off a little bit in attributes too. Same thing with Mike Trout. Power number is definitely down. Andrew Vaughn though. 372 on base percentage. I told you it was just a matter of time before he popped off. Yu Chang, he's popping off. Nolan Gorman, 373 on base percentage, 28 home runs, 28 doubles. Freddie Varela, I'm talking about a really good year right there. What else? Ryan Neal, it's not too bad. So let's put Yu Chang back. And Cole Tucker, he got sent down. Okay, that makes sense. He was pretty bad. Anybody else get sent down? No. All right, so yeah, that's the team. It's time to face the Padres and hopefully not get knocked out first round once again. I don't get it. I cannot win a World Series to save my life. Like, we didn't even get past the first round of the postseason this entire rebuild, right? Let me check the GM goals. Lost in the NLDS, lost in the NLDS, lost in the NLDS, lost in the NLCS, but still. All right, so the Twins won the World Series. All right, we gotta take a look at this squad. If they're winning the World Series, what do we got? I mean, okay. What about the pitching rotation? What do we have here? Let's see. Man, how did we not win a World Series? It sucks when your first two hitters are hitting 100, but like, what? How? Where did it go so wrong that we just couldn't win? We didn't score here, but like, man, that's it. No World Series. We had such a good team, probably one of the best teams we've built in quite a bit. Just no World Series. We couldn't even get close, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And of course, get in the comment section. Let me know what team is next. What'd you think of this team? Where did I go wrong? I don't know. I felt like I made all the right moves and it just didn't work out. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.